We return to Jaguars franchise after a brutal Super Bowl loss to the Seattle Seahawks 24-17 to give you the breaking news that Coach Gene Dangus has been arrested for soliciting prostitution and has thus been fired as the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So Gene Dangus is now a free agent coach, fired from the Jags. They don't want Gene Dangus anymore. They want to move on. They want to kind of clear their conscience and not have any, bad juju Smith-Schuster on the team. So after Super Bowl loss, Gene Dangus was hitting up the strip clubs, maybe paid for a little bit more than he was supposed to, and ended up getting canned. So, of course, it's a 0 overall team because there is no team. Gene Dangus literally has nothing. It's the Bears. The Bears are a 0 overall team. But that's actually okay, though, because the Houston Texans are hiring, and they want to recruit the services of Gene Dangus. The worst overall team in the league currently happens to be in the same division as his former team. Gene Dangus is staying in the AFC South, but this time headed west to Houston, Texas, to take on the failing franchise that is the Houston Texans, who are also in deep financial trouble after an ownership change. Deshaun Watson on his way out of Houston. The Texans are going to have a lot of picks as they needed to totally get rid of their salaries that they're paying the players. So the Texans are going to get even worse over this next season. Gene Dangus has been suspended 1 season by the NFL, but coming back a year from now, it's going to be an even worse Houston Texans team that Gene Dangus is running. And the Texans really were cleaning house. Deshaun Watson, former Jaguar Taven Bryan, and a second-round pick went to the Detroit Lions for 2 first-round picks, one in 2024 and one in 2025. Laramie Tunsil and Sony Michel would head to the Patriots. Former Patriot Sony Michel going back to New England. First-round pick in 2025, so that's 2 years from now, going to the Houston Texans. Or are they the Texans? And for yet another time in his career, Brandon Cooks was on the move again. This time headed to Seattle to team up with Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf. First round pick in 2025 going to Houston as well. And with the city of Houston completely uninterested in the Houston Texans and that franchise, the Texans in need of a huge rebrand, complete franchise overhaul, would move west to Austin, where they would become the Desperados. This was the logo the Desperados fan base now decided on. It was fan voted via Twitter, and the Desperados would end up choosing these uniforms, featuring a black helmet with a bright red face mask. And why spend money on a new stadium when you don't have to? DKR, Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium, already exists in Austin, home of the Texas Longhorns, of course, college football, and now a new professional team's coming to town. But of course, after serving out his suspension, Gene Dangus was ready to start making phone calls as the new head coach of the Desperados with a amount of picks to work with. Gene Dangus can do a lot in the draft. He can do a lot in free agency. There's money and there's draft picks. If Gene Dangus can't come in here and rebuild the 73 overall Austin Desperados team, he might be out of a job before long. But of course, there's a rookie running back to work with. Coming after his first year, he's got superstar X Factor. He's got some abilities to work with. He's got some skill points to work with. He's pretty fast. He can change direction at an all right rate. But he might be able to develop into one of the best backs in the league. So this is the current team, by the way, and it isn't a great one. The offensive line needs a lot of work. Charlie Heck at left tackle isn't getting it done. Joe Dahl at left guard. Nick Martin. Zach Fulton. All upgradable pieces across the offensive line. The only one that I'm quite happy with is Titus Howard. He's going to be a 79 overall, even though his morale is holding him down even after getting upgraded. He's a 79 overall. He is 28, but star development should be fine at right tackle. Josh Hill, we need to get younger and better at the tight end position. Jacoby Myers is not cutting it at receiver, and now that Will Fuller is 30 years old, probably can't be our number one receiver. Duke Johnson Could be a good backup. Might be a battle in camp to see who becomes the starting running back. And we could use a quarterback. Kyle Allen, probably not going to be the guy. He's got the same throw power as Gardner Minshew in Jags franchise. We could use someone with a little bit more of a cannon. Defensively, we do have some pieces. Justin Reed is a great option at free safety. 27 years old, and is just really good overall. There's a little bit to work with at linebacker. Zach Cunningham, Benardrick McKinney, but these guys are nearly 30 years old, and McKinney is 31. Duke Ejiofor is almost 30 at 29 years old. I mean, we got Ross Blacklock. We have star dev in Clarence Trent. 6 skill points to work with as well. He's only 25 years old, going in his 3rd season, wearing big 69. And of course, you guys might remember Orlando Jones. In Jaguars franchise, thought about drafting him. Well, he's a 24-year-old cornerback that's near an 80 overall and specializes in man coverage. So there is, a little bit to like on this team. It's not a great team. We know that. It's a 73 overall. But we aren't completely lost. We need to do very well in this offseason to retain talent, and we have to make some tough decisions. Do we bring back Ross Blacklock? Do we bring back Zach Cunningham, who's 29? Who else stays and who's got to go? Zach Cunningham and Ross Blacklock both would sign with the Austin Desperados. All the rest, we're headed to free agency. And the Texans would certainly have a lot of money in free agency, nearly $50 million. And with Isaiah Simmons sitting at the top of free agency, the Desperados wanted a new face of their defense, new face of the franchise. And 26-year-old Isaiah Simmons looked to be that. Devin Duvernay headed back to Austin. Of course, this time professionally. Former Texas Longhorn, was fantastic for them and is now going to play professionally in the same city that made him the player he is today. Isaiah Simmons as well. And Rigoberto Sanchez to be the new punter. That's a really important part of my franchise series. And those would not be the only signings. Earl Thomas headed back to Austin as well, another Texas Longhorn legend. The offensive line was rebuilt. Isaiah Wilson, DJ Fluker, Ben Bredesen to play different positions across the offensive line, and Malik Harrison to compete for that starting role at middle linebacker if we move to a 4-3. If we stick in the 3-4, he, of course, would still be there with Zach Cunningham. But we still have a draft to go, and we have a lot of positions. It's pretty much best player available for this Austin Desperados team. Not to mention a booming leg at the kicker spot, Joey Sly. And the draft would be absolutely huge. The first pick in Desperados franchise history is number 1 overall in the 2024 draft. They also hold number 2 and number 4. 3 selections inside the top 5. And they would not take long to bring in their new quarterback, Matthew Schmidt out of Oklahoma State, a player that Austin fans should be quite familiar with. Of course, the Oak State Cowboys are a big rival of the Austin favorite, the Texas Longhorns. And Matthew Schmidt now changing cities, changing teams, going professionally. And the 6'5", 235-pound rookie quarterback, 74 overall, star better development, is a 13th best player in the class, but starting off with 90 throw power, 80 deep accuracy, 83 medium, 85 short, 82 speed. A lot to like here. Prototypical size and athleticism. He's got a good arm and accuracy. Could lead this team to great things. Pick number 2 going far from home up north to Michigan State. Jeremiah Langford, 22-year-old edge rusher for the Michigan State Spartans. Welcome to Austin. 77 overall, number 5 in the class. At that very high overall. Star better development as well. 86 speed, 81 finesse moves. Nice block shed at 69. Acceleration's pretty crazy too. He gets off the line. Dolphins at number 3 went with Kendall Gamble. An end for Washington. And would the Austin Desperados consider a trade down here? Nope. Taking Luke Townsend out of USC. 4.36 speed at 6'2", 206 pounds. A lot to like. He is a 75 overall, ranked number 9 in the class. Took him at number 4. Only normal development, but 93 speed, 79 hit power is awesome. 72 zone, 71 man, 95 acceleration is crazy. And of course, nice tackling at 69. And then trading a 2025 first rounder, had 4 of those, and Gilbert Reynolds, as well as a 4th rounder in this year's draft for number 11 overall, trading with the Los Angeles Rams. That is to take a defensive tackle. DeAndre Tatum out of Notre Dame, 6'2", 319. Early first round guy, has great tackle, block, shed, pursuit. Charles Jackson also looking pretty good, but DeAndre Tatum on the defensive line was the pick. Number 6 in the draft, took him at 11. Only normal development, but 93 strength, 80 block shed, 71 power move, 77 speed. Nice awareness. A lot to like there as well. Derek Carr headed to the Bengals. Okay. And Joe McKnight. Damn. Rest in peace, Joe McKnight. First pick in the 3rd round, taking Earl Jones, a corner, only 22 years old. There's some potential there. He's got nice man coverage, but it's not good. Zone coverage is terrible. Speed's pretty good. He's just a slot guy. He's a tackler. He'll make an impact on special teams, but really don't expect him to be a big playmaker for us here in the first year of the Austin Desperados, if I had to guess. And why not get a quarterback controversy in here? We've seen 2 quarterbacks go in the same class before by the same team. Look at RG3 and Kirk Cousins. Brian Justice out of Ohio State. A little bit of a smaller guy, but has a cannon on him. He's only 66 overall. He's good value for the pick. But he's got 94 throw power with 84 speed. Accuracy is not quite where you want it to be. But do we have potential with Brian Justice? I think there's some potential here with Jose Tuck. Good speed, good zone coverage as well. He's only 66 overall, good value for the pick. Nice zone coverage, 90 speed. You know, it looks similar to the last corner. Could be something there. And with the last pick for the Austin Desperados, taking Trey Malone, a receiver out of Pitt. Good speed for a physical type. He's only 60 overall, but has 89 speed. Good catch in traffic, good spectacular catch. Not a route runner at all, but could be a guy that gets used in rotation. He's only a 60. He's not too good. Taking a shot at a guy that had no scouting. See if he ends up developing. This was a really strong draft class. It feels good to be back. I don't have to speak in past tense anymore. Matthew Middlebrooks looks ridiculous at safety. He would have been a really cool player to get. We got a good safety in my opinion as well. Joshua Powell was also someone that I considered. He went to the Jaguars. They got another star, better development, interior offensive lineman. But we definitely did well. Like, I'll take Luke Townsend at safety over the guy that we missed on. 93 speed is a whole lot better than the 88. So we took the better athlete. But yeah, I hope you guys like the new storyline kind of mix up. And in week 1, guess who's on the schedule? The Jacksonville Jaguars, Dennis Peoples. I mean, you guys should be pretty familiar with this team. Aaron Jones is in there. Dennis Peoples, Miles Jack, Josh Allen, CJ Henderson. Did they bring in anybody else? Deron Payne. Okay, of course, we all know about DeMarcus Holmes. He's kind of a good player. Kayvon Chason went up to superstar development. Oh my goodness. And we might have something here with Devarius Givens. He is 25, but he's a 75 overall. Offers you nothing with medium route running, but is another guy that can just go up and get it. 87 catching, 85 catch in traffic, 89 spectacular catch, 90 speed, good release. He doesn't seem too bad. Ooh, and Jeremiah Langford, who I moved to left outside linebacker, is an even higher overall there. He's got 61 zone coverage. Block shed still pretty good. And he moves really well in space at 86 speed. He's got swim move trait as well, high motor. Jeremiah Langford could be an animal. Also, like, Clarence Trent is just kind of sitting here with a bunch of skill points. He's got nearly 80 power moves. I am going to move him to left end. Fits that 3-4 a little bit better. Bunch of good upgrade points. Like, multiple times power moves has been up by more than one. 85 power moves right now. His block shed is what? 74? I mean, it's not too bad, I guess. Would like to get that a little bit higher. But of course, like, power moves is probably not going to go up if I do run stopper. So I guess I'm good at 85. We'll just continue to work on run stopper for Clarence Trent. Finesse moves going up. Block shedding by 2. Last skill point as Clarence Trent becomes a 76 overall. Block shedding by 2 again. He's up to 80 block shed. He's only got 70 speed. But Clarence Trent kind of looking amazing already. And of course, the rookie Tatum. He's a 77 overall. Power moves really isn't there, but he should be a rock run defender. Also, with his combination of man and zone coverage, high speed, lower block shed, I think that Luke Townsend makes more sense as a cornerback. And we're weak at the position, Townsend's going to move over to corner. We'll also upgrade Orlando Jones while we're here. Slot. So man coverage by 1, play rec by 4. I want his man coverage in the 80s. I think I'm going to do zone for the rest. Yeah, we're going to do zone coverage. He goes up to an 80. He's almost up to an 81 overall. Plus 3 zone coverage. I'd like to go 80-80 on that. Play that pretty balanced. And then I think Jones is going to play over Darius Phillips. He had such an amazing year a few years ago now. But, like, isn't really a good player. But, of course, Earl Thomas was going to be our starting free safety. You probably figured that Isaiah Simmons was going to move to linebacker. Justin Reed over to strong safety. The defense really isn't looking that bad. We've got a couple good rookies out there. Townsend, who's a scheme fit. Langford, who's a scheme fit at left outside linebacker. We got Trent in there at left end. We got scheme fits across the defensive line. And then Simmons is not really going to be a rush outside linebacker at this spot. I think that's pretty obvious. He's going to be our sub linebacker. He'll play off the edge in our base 3-4, but he's probably not going to be an every down pass rusher. And then on offense, yeah, it's fairly weak. I'm certainly with you on that. But we got a rookie quarterback in Matthew Schmidt. And hey, man, I don't give a Schmidt. This is our guy. This is our guy. I'm just in the process of changing like rookie numbers, even though I haven't really done that for anyone. I was considering it like based on what they were drafted with, but I don't mind 91 for Langford. He's looking pretty good. I'll see the helmet. We want to make him look pretty scary as an edge rusher. We want these quarterbacks shaken, but I also do not want to show his development trait. I don't look at it until we actually see it in game. I never do. I just prefer the surprise. That looks pretty good. I just prefer the surprise because we don't really know, and then we see it. It's like, you know, we get really excited mid-season, or I guess we get disappointed. Now I'm thinking maybe it'd be better to show what it is. I mean, they're gonna start anyway, but nah, I'm not gonna do that. Also, Matthew Schmidt got a haircut and plastic surgery. It is what it is. He's got some good potential for us. I kind of want Teague to play a lot, but I don't want his X factor to be Truz. We're gonna do first one free, and definitely not return man. We'll do a spin cycle. How about that? I am gonna change his number though. I don't really like 38, and we have no numbers in the 20s. But I'm good with 34. That's a pretty good running back number. But of course, we'll want to see this new team in action prior to week 1 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So let's jump into this preseason game. We're 78 overall. So very good offseason to kind of, you know, bump this team up a little bit. It's certainly a big fall from grace from our about, 90 overall Jacksonville Jaguars team. And we have pretty much the same uniforms as the Atlanta Falcons, just some minor tweaks here and there. But first time seeing the Austin Desperados in action. Duke Johnson, Devin Duvernay, Matthew Wayne at tight end. We had a lot of new names to learn, but none bigger than the rookie quarterback, Matthew Schmidt. We're going to roll out. We have some options here. Just seeing what type of mobility he has. And there he goes. That's his career. Okay, sick. Oh, no. And now already Brian Justice is in the game. First snap for Matthew Schmidt, and he gets injured. And we lose a yard on the screen attempt. Okay. This season, not going to be a cakewalk. Might actually have to throw the football. And Brian Justice can a little bit, as we find Matthew Wayne, who drops it. But Justice has 94 throw power. A little bit of a dangerous throw at the backer there. A pec strain for Matthew Schmidt. Guess what? He's coming back in the game. Let's see what this defense can do, though. There's Simmons. I guess we know what his dev trait is. So that kind of spoils that. We see Simmons has... Oh, that's Isaiah Simmons. Never mind. I forgot we got Isaiah Simmons playing right outside linebacker. So we don't actually know about the left outside linebacker yet. Yeah, Langford. He's showing up with nothing. I don't know why I got confused there for a second. Oh, he's going to run. Who's a new quarterback? Cam Newton? Yeah, Cam Newton is a new QB for the Falcons. Oh, that's a great open field tackle. And that's the rookie. Gotta love that. Here's our draft class. It's Luke Townsend in on the tackle, top 5 pick. But Matthew Schmidt, Jeremiah Langford, and of course Luke Townsend at cornerback now. Makes up a pretty good top 5. Obviously, this team was completely butchered in order for that to happen, as we're completely lost in coverage. And it's a touchdown for D.D. Westbrook, former Jaguar. It's 3rd and 7. We have Brian Justice in the game. I do kind of want to see what he offers, as we have another instance of not catching the football. But I want to bring in Matthew Schmidt, and I actually want to see what he's capable of. Oh, great pressure. Freeman with the sack. A lot of backups in now, though. All I really want to see with this game is just one drive from Matthew Schmidt. That's it. Well, we might not see a drive. Seems like in simulation he did okay, though. Teague's in the game. Not a great spin move. I'm just testing some things out. It's preseason. All right, I really just want to see one drive from Matthew Schmidt, though. Got him back in the game. Down 17-3. But we've seen the Falcons blow bigger leads. That's a nice pass, and Elam's got space. He's running down the sideline with A.J. Terrell. He eventually makes a tackle, but that is a huge completion. Of course, most of it done by Elam. Hey, but you got to get it there. Got to get it there at the start. Where are we going with the football? Trying to get this running back on the move. Not a great throw on the run there. 2 seconds left. We're going for the end zone. Just playing to see what we have right now. We are playing to see what we have. It's not about, taking our points. Just want to see what we have. That would have been a really sick catch. Might want to utilize Teague out of the backfield as well. And that's a super, super odd release from our quarterback. I might want to change that. I think the biggest thing we're going to have to adjust to is the fact that our receivers just really are not going to catch the ball at a super high rate. We don't have the guys. Well, it is preseason. Like Devin Duvernay we're going to have. Will Fuller we're going to have. But there are a lot of players on this team just flat out can't catch. I think getting open could be a really tough thing as well. And that is just super awful. Under pressure, inaccurate. Not great for Matt Schmidt there. All right, we put the starters back in. I just kind of want to see what they offer. Darius Phillips moved back to safety in this particular package. But I just want to see what these starters can do against the backups for the Atlanta Falcons. They got Justice Winslow in at quarterback. Miami Heat forward. Is he still there? Probably not. What do we go to? Duke? I think he was a Duke guy. End zone, and Townsend gets beat. Not good for the rookie against Conway. Twitty, who is that? Here we go. Schmidt back in the game. Might just have to take a lot of checkdowns, but we're going deep. That gets out, I guess. Will Fuller in the game. He's someone we should be able to take shots to. I'm surprised Schmidt even got that pass off. We're just trying to get creative here. Just, see what our team offers us. He's got kind of like a gunslinger type sidearm. 3/4 arm slot. 3rd and 1. Having fun in the 3rd quarter. Quarter's not shorter. I don't know what I'm saying. Do we have that? Oh, it's slung in there. Devin Duvernay. We might be able to sling it a little bit. Is our backup tight end Malik Harrison? Well, that's no good. I'll tell you that. On the run. Oh my goodness, crossbody. The accuracy from Matthew Schmidt. We're getting crazy, and that just worked out. How in the hell did he just complete that? Is this the next Patrick Mahomes? Maybe a bit of a stretch. It kind of looks like a long wind up there. 2nd and 6. No one's on Duvernay. If we get a block on the outside, oh, it's a touchdown for Devin Duvernay. Now, I want to see what this defense is capable of. I think we have a really, really nice setup with, a typical pass rush left outside linebacker who's not exactly winning that matchup. Nice little scramble there, and the ball comes free. Recovered by Earl Thomas. We need to get him number 29 maybe. But oh my goodness. We're kind of locked up with the pass rush there. But that is a really, really nice hit. And we're back on offense already. Can we mount a comeback here? It is just the preseason, and we have our starters in pretty late in the game. Crossbody's not accurate there. Oh, how can we not contain the quarterback there? Big hit is evaded as we're back on defense. I really don't like my quarterback's release. So that is something I'm going to change before week 1. He's going to scramble again. And he's breaking all types of tackles. There's Justin Reed. See, I think the issue is in the sub package, I don't have Isaiah Simmons at sub linebacker. Is that what's going on? No. Justin Reed's our slot corner. That's the issue. Okay. So it's certainly worth reordering a lot, and I will be doing that in due time. But we got Justin Reed back out there. I just want to have my, specific personnel. Oh, that just magnetized me to the ball carrier. DeAndre Swift just rocked him. So he's back in Georgia. That's a fun storyline. Todd Gurley back in Georgia. Everyone's just back in Georgia. I think defense is going to be really, really tough this year if we don't make any changes. Because we got just random receivers beating corners. And our corners aren't great, so I get it. But I'm not sure we're going to have any pass rush. A little bit worried about that if I'm being frank with you. It's going to be another scramble. Big hit by Harrison. Dude, this Winslow guy is just scrambling every play. No, we're not making any tackles, huh? Okay. It's a broken tackle every play. And these guys are, well, I mean, DeAndre Swift is good, but, like, the quarterback is some random backup. Another scramble. There's a flag. Isaiah Simmons tracking that really nicely. That's my dream role for him in this defense, is as a track spy type player, sideline to sideline. And on a hold, we're just going to go decline that, make them punt. They're out of field goal range, so why not? We're only passing, man. Got to run the football a little bit, but we're, down. So, lobbing it deep. Duvernay, make a play. Oh, nice catch by Devin Duvernay. What a snag. Sometimes you got to take chances like that. And I'm not sure that Duke Johnson is going to be our starting running back. I feel like we just have so much potential with a superstar X Factor, like 22-year-old or whatever he is. We got Teague in the game in this package. Maybe just going to use him as a distraction. It's 3rd and 8. Got to convert. We're going to go over the middle. Oh, and Devin Duvernay. That's what we're getting with him. Just someone that's going to fight for yardage. He made a big play down the field, and now he's making a big play after the catch to score a touchdown. Down by a touchdown. Defense needs to stop. Again, this is our defense against backups. I'm aware of this. But it'd be nice to just gain some confidence. This Houston Texans team was so bad. This is our first ever game as a new organization as the Austin Desperados. We got to come out here and show that we can make some plays. Isaiah Simmons can't wrap up. Who is this quarterback? Who is this QB? Oh, and he's going to scramble again. Ball comes loose and it's recovered by an offensive lineman, but the defense was too big for him that time. I believe that was the rookie, DeAndre Tatum, getting the strip sack. And Atlanta is going to punt. It is only the preseason, but it feels like stakes are higher than ever. As this is the first game in our history, we're going to let it bounce and return it. That's a sick return. What am I doing? 2nd and 1. Do we take a shot here? I mean, I'd like to. Given down the right sideline. Is that the move? We're going to roll out. Would love some separation here. Love some space. Oh, nice little throw to Duke Johnson. Basically a slot receiver there at running back. I mean, with this type of personnel, we can throw the football a lot to Duke Johnson. This could be a really dynamic offense. Oh, that's a sick throw to Fuller. Duke Johnson in the slot is very interesting. We're actually going to throw a crossbody. Were we over the line there? Oh, come on. Trying to get too crazy. Oh, no. It's roughing the passer. We're going to get on the 5-yard line. Okay. That was a crazy play. Nice little run here. The spin move is just not effective in these type of heavy linebacker environments. Odd way to phrase that. Let's read option. Handoff Teague. We don't have any trucking game with him. He's only an elusive guy, so if we can't get him into space, he doesn't really offer us a lot of value. It's 3rd and goal. We're trying out our super weird personnel here. We're going to go over the middle. And that is a touchdown to Duke Johnson as a receiver. We're going to tie things up at 24. 3rd and 4, a minute 15 to play after a timeout by Atlanta. We're going to shade over the middle. And that's a quick throw. Oh my God, what are you doing, Townsend? The rookie completely whiffs twice, and we go for the football, and it's a touchdown. 69 yards. Nice way for the Falcons to go up on top. Dude, Luke Townsend. What are you doing? I mean, I know what Luke Townsend's doing. He's a rookie safety that's playing corner. He's learning the position. You know, he's no CJ Henderson, okay? So, like, we got a long way to go. This is not Jags franchise anymore. These players are significantly worse. Let's drive down the field, though. Can we get that in there? Oh, my goodness. What a throw! Matthew Schmidt finds Devin Duvernay. Oh, that could be a magical tandem. A magical combination. Archibald dislocated his elbow. He's done. It's not a big loss for us. We still have 3 timeouts. A lot of time just went off the clock. So we're going to start to use those timeouts after this play, probably. Stand in the pocket. Find Duke Johnson, and he can't catch it. It's a tough catch. Going to roll out. We have some options. Throw it down. That was not supposed to go to Devin Duvernay. I promise you it was not. He's over 200 yards receiving. I mean, do we just keep hitting Devin Duvernay? I feel like that's crazy. We're getting no separation there. On the run and off target. 6 seconds remain. We have not managed the clock well at all. Unless we score on this play, in which case you couldn't have managed the clock any better. But, you know, okay. I recognize this is not what we were supposed to do. Throwing outside. 1 second. We had him. We had him. Find the football. In this game is pretty much over. 1 second. Final play. And we just get sacked. Not a good way to end it. That's okay. This was not the point of this video, clearly. Just wanted to see these guys in the preseason, see what they were capable of. And we do have some potential. We're playing backups for the most part there at the end. But there is definitely some potential. That last... dude, some of these are moving. I've never seen this before. That's a great screenshot. Dude, some of them were moving, though. So the next time you see this team, it'll be week 1 against our former team. We get to find out how Dennis Peoples is going to play with the CPU. Aaron Jones. DeMarcus Holmes. Gardner Minshew. I mean, we are facing a very, very, very good team. And we know how good they are because we played with them for so long. We also see them again in week 5. So this is maybe not going to be a great start to our season. Upgrade point for Jeremiah Langford here. I think it's definitely going to be speed rusher. If we can get finesse moves up into the 90s at any point in the near future, that would be fantastic. Not a great start, only +1 there. Orlando Jones has an upgrade point. And I think I said I was going to do zone coverage. I want 80-80 on that. I'll take +3 zone coverage up to 79. That's great. This is what our specialist will end up looking like. Trent Tatum up the middle. Blacklock as our rush right end. The rookie, I'm excited about him. Of course, Jeremiah Langford up to a 79 overall at rush left end. Now, I have Zach Davidson as our slot corner. Eventually, I think that could be Earl Jones. He's only a rookie. He's not that good yet. Maybe after a few upgrades, he could be better. Isaiah Simmons, Zach Cunningham as our sub linebackers. We got Teague as our 3rd down back. Duke Johnson as our power back, which is not ideal. And then Devin Duvernay in the slot. I'm also making Teague our starting running back. I feel like we just have way higher potential with him as our starter. 22 years old, 2nd-year player out of Auburn. We got to go with him. But that is going to do it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the twist and the kind of mashup, change-up to this series. Still in the same franchise, still in the same Bengal cinematic universe. Dennis Peoples still exists. He's 26, and he is still amazing. Still amazing. Now, maybe we make a move for Dennis Peoples at some point. Will the series be the same without him? We got a pretty big need at receiver. We got a pretty big need at that position. So, with the amount of picks that we have, maybe we can go out and make a move for a receiver who is going into the final year of his contract. And maybe the Jags want to not pay him. I don't know. But I just threw this in to make the cap work. As you can see, it'll take a lot more than just one first-round pick to get Dennis Peoples. It'll take a lot more than this. But that is going to do it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
I hit it at the park, bend bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah. Promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud.